Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is an explainer video on how this channel works. So I'll zoom out so that you'll see what I would do this with every project. What we'll do is we'll look at this big diagram and it'll go over the components of cryptocurrency projects to see how the components contribute to the ultimate price. Now when I'm talking about price, what I'm talking about is change of time leads to change in price upwards. That's the objective. And I have a color code system, green, yellow, and red. And what I expect what the expected contribution will be towards the price in comparison to other cryptocurrencies. So if you look at this, it's like an average distribution. Most of the cryptocurrencies will stay in their relative positions to each other on the top cryptos, but ultimately red projects I expect them to go down compared to others, and ultimately green projects I expect them to go up compared to others. So a green project I expect to perform better than the average. The red I expect to perform worse than the average. And this is another way of looking at it. Here's the distribution curve. The components that are green, I expect them to contribute to shifting it up the distribution curve, and the negative things to shift it down the distribution curve. And it'll be mapped out just like this diagram. They're mapped out with colors, ultimately leading to that price. Things to note: this channel is not investment advice. It's for my records only so that I could validate my methodological evaluation methods. And I have different versions. You can see up there, it doesn't let me highlight it. And if my methodology has improves, I will update the version. So the first thing we do with each project is I go over a basic summary. What problem does the project currently solve? Because in order for a project to thrive, it has to solve a real world problem. And what problem will it? So this is what problem it currently solves, which is what it's actually making revenues from right now. It's currently live, not hypothetical, doing it right now. What will it solve is what it's aiming to do in the future. And is that valuable? And then what we do for the final overall question is, does the team have a track record? And all I do is answer yes or no. I'll explain later when I go over the details. And then I get to the point of these two mission critical components of every project of, is the token used for the project services? Is a token tied to their success? There are some companies that have very good marketing teams, good relationships, and I expect them to do a lot in the world, but the token's not going to participate in the profits because the token models are bad. And also, do they have a lot of room for growth for their target market? So if they don't have these two things, I'm not even going to consider the project. And then what I do is I say, okay, look at this project. You'll see the overall picture, the overall health of the project based on the different color contributions. And then I'll come to things like, I'll start from the top up saying, oh, this is the price. And what leads to this price is something like future increase in demand. And then there's things that contribute to that. And I go through all the different components of the project. And this is a good way, I think, to evaluate projects. So subscribe if you guys are interested.